I'm Matt Bishar with NAREITWeek here in New York City for REITWeek 2016, NAREIT's Investor Forum. Joining me for this CEO Spotlight is Phil Hawkins, President and CEO of DCT Industrial Trust. Phil, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Now, e-commerce continues to be a strong tailwind for DCT and the industrial sector in general. What other trends are currently driving your company's fundamentals?
Well, first, e-commerce is a definite trend. I mean, e-commerce has been around a long time, but as next day delivery becomes more, same day delivery becomes more and more of an imperative, their focus as they're building out their platforms, their fulfillment platforms, is really closer to the urban core, infill, which caters to both our operating portfolio as well as our land and development portfolio. So that's certainly an important factor. But frankly, across all industry verticals, demand is good. It's not just an e-commerce story. Consumer package companies they're investing in their supply chains to reduce costs, speed up delivery, and we and others in our sector are part of that solution. Higher function buildings and better locations. Manufacturing remains very healthy, auto in particular. Home building is showing signs of significant life. So there really isn't an industry vertical I would point to and say, gee, we've got a challenge. Obviously, one exception to that would probably be Houston and energy, but even there, demand has been positive. Net absorption is positive in Houston. It's not what it was, but even there has been remained fairly healthy.
And can you update us on your current development and redevelopment pipeline, and how are the supply-demand fundamentals in terms of need for new space in the near to midterm?
Well, it starts with demand. I mean, we just talked about demand is very robust and across all sectors, all sizes. It's frankly never been better in my career. And so we're enjoying life as in our business. Supply continues to, I think, show great discipline. There's plenty of capital. Supply is ramped up to meet the need, but you've got low vacancies in the market. You have supply that is disciplined, and both in terms of starts as well as construction, leasing after construction, because it's long-term equity. It is not a short-term mentality, which changes the business and the competitive set. And so it remains very healthy. As a result, rental rates are growing, and they're growing, mid-single digit to maybe even better than that in some markets. We're now several years into that kind of phenomenon, so rents are growing. It's been a terrific business. Our own portfolio, our own development pipeline, has been great. It reflects that. We delivered $167 million of stabilized assets in the first quarter, a value creation margin of 38%, a yield of 8%. I mean, that's incredible. We've got a pipeline now that's $435 million that's in process, 65% pre-leased, yields that are very attractive, value creation margins that are very attractive. And if you've got the capability, as we do, to find land, assemble land, re-entitle it, solve problems such as environmental or wetlands issues, it's still an environment where you can create a significant amount of value, and that's our focus.
And you mentioned, all the good results that you're seeing. Looking geographically, are there any markets in particular where you expect to see better than average returns, and also on the flip side, any that are concerns?
The answer is not really. It's across all markets. All markets are healthy. Frankly, supply exists in all the markets that are good, but in a disciplined fashion. Rents are growing. The East Coast markets, which are a little later to recover, probably showing a little bit more rent growth now, but they're all healthy. I worry less about market-specific risk than I do. I think, to me, the demand equation is going to remain healthy until or unless something that's more macro impacts that. A shock to the system that we won't see coming, which is why we need to remain disciplined and not just hit the accelerator as fast as we possibly can. I think discipline matters.
Phil, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
For more from REITWeek 2016, be sure to visit REIT.com.